That's the exotic kiwi. I would compare that to like a light green sugar-free Monster. But this is good. It's just, I was hoping it was gonna be different than the green Monster, but it's just as good, if not the same flavor, but slightly better. I haven't tried the white yet, and I haven't tried the orange yet. And then the other flavor, yeah, you can. This tastes like red freezy. So
that's a good flavor.
If
they nailed that,
dude, yeah. But I haven't tried the white yet or the orange. So we're gonna try the white and the orange today. Josh is gonna drink the orange after I have a fucking swig of it. Yeah, it's definitely Orange Crush. Oh, it's not just Orange Crush. There's like there's almost a little bit of creamsicle at the end. Okay, rookie mistake. I should have drank something in between these two. Still getting Orange Crush. Maybe I'll have some splash of kiwi to wash it down. Yeah, that's White Monster. It's not exactly White Monster. Maybe it's almost like a little bit more citrusy, I feel like. Glady, come give these a try.
Not as much. You didn't open the good one.
No, we're not. I wasn't gonna try the black one today.
Yeah, it's your pretty standard energy drink, this one.
White Monster kind of vibe?
Yeah, like White Freezy, White Monster.
And then that is definitely Orange Crush, and then the aftertaste is a little bit like...
You get the vanilla and creamsicle, yeah.
But dude, if you want to... This is, I think, my favorite flavor. Do you want to try this one today?
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah. I get red freezy from that.
I don't know if I got red freezy.
Glady never agrees with me. We never taste the same things and like... Try that one, Josh.
oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah, that's really good.
That one's unreal.
I should have another try of that. It's just
That is Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. It's just,
like cherry Dr. Pepper?
Vanilla, the cherry Coke kind of thing. Yeah.
That one's really fucking good.
Okay, so you guys are right. It's cherry Dr. Pepper, cherry Coke at the beginning, and then the end is red freezy, bro. I should be ready to rock.
So how much caffeine is in one of these bad boys?
200. But I haven't had a full one of these yet, so today will be my first full review of like how I feel after drinking them, because obviously everyone's biased. All the Gorilla Mind athletes are gonna be like, oh, it's so fucking sick, but that's just because they're hyping up their sponsor. I have yet to try a full one yet. Everyone says they're awesome, that they get you dialed, but we'll see. Okay, so I think for the energy drink rankings, just quickly, black's my favorite, the cherry. So it's like we said, kind of Dr. Pepper cherry flavor at the beginning, and then red freezy. And then second is white, just because white is such a good flavor. It's it's the classic standard, White Monster category. Can't go wrong with that. Kiwi's number 3, but that's a super close number 3. That could have been number 2. And then orange is 4 for me, but that's just because I don't love orange flavor. But yeah, those are my official energy drink rankings. Those are the ones that everyone has to go by. Sorry, my rankings obviously matter more. But it's interesting than any other influencer. Yeah, like obviously. But obviously, it's funny to see how everyone's are different. We got a push day today. I know we did push day last day too, but it's just the way my split's set up right now, although the next workout won't be a push day. But I'm actually really interested to see, so like the last push day was my first workout back, and I only did like 4 sets of pressing. So I'm thinking I'll be interested to see like how much stronger I am this week, because theoretically I should be much stronger this week because I'm regaining strength that I already had. And it's obvious, like I'm gonna be as weak as possible after 5 weeks of not training. So if I'm not that much stronger today, we got a problem. But we'll see. I'm obviously not gonna be like back to where I was already. But yeah, we're gonna get stupid pumped today, because this week, because I'm switching my split around, we're skipping the arm shoulder day. So I'm gonna do extra arms today. Maybe.
That's not on the plan.
No, because I'm gonna do what I was supposed to do for arms on the arm day today, just for triceps, and then tomorrow I have pulse. I'll do the same thing for biceps.
Adding into the program.
Yeah.
Wonder why he has a recovery issue.
Yeah, I know. Fuck you.
Evan's face right beside it too. Yeah, we like this.
Okay, so see the calf raise start, just to like get access to end ranges before I go into the standing calf, which is gonna be like a big hypertrophy stimulus. And then Y-raise, classic, steep incline dumbbell, low incline Smith, unilateral pec deck. And then I might actually do a set of dips today too, just because I'm really lacking some range of motion in my shoulder. And then delts and arms. It's gonna be a good day.
Ow! Horse, that hurt. Fuck that thing.
Okay, so the seated calf raise, honestly, really big tip. Seated calf raise, just do one like kind of easy working set, so still train it hard, but like don't go balls to the wall before you do your standing calf raise. So these look like half-ass reps, but it's because the weight's too heavy. But the weight's too heavy on purpose, so that I can really fucking drive into that end range with my fucking ankles. Show my ankles who's boss. All right, that's good.
I let it fall, my heart, and as it fell, you rose to claim it. It was dark, and I was over, until you kissed my lips and you saved me. My hands, they're strong, but my knees were far too weak.
Fuck.
What are you looking for, bud?
Fuck another cup. Bro.
You got enough shit in there?
Yes. I do. I like my cuffs tight. Listen, I'm telling you. Your delts suck. My delts suck. Your delts suck. This is how you're gonna fix that. And it's gonna feel so much better when you press after.
Just stand in your arms without falling to your feet. But there's a side to you that I never knew. All the things you say, they were never true. And the games you play, you would always win. But I said fire to the rain, watch it pour as I touch your face. Will it burn when I cry, 'cause I heard it screaming out your name. When I lay with you, I can stay there, close my eyes, meeting you forever. You and me together, nothing gets better. 'Cause there's a side to you that I never knew. And the things you say, they were never true. And the games you play, you would always win. But I said fire to the rain, watch it pour as I touch your face. Let it burn while I cry, 'cause I heard it screaming out your name. I said fire to the rain, and look through us, another flame. When it fell, something died, 'cause I knew that was the last time. I said fire.
Steep incline dumbbells first. I'm trying to keep a little bit more of a narrow arm path, just because narrow arm path tends to bias upper pec more. But it's going to depend on the individual a little bit. So I like narrow arm path, but also when I'm in the stretch position to kind of like move my elbows around to find where that like real stretch is across the top of my chest. That sounds really bro sciencey, but it's true. Like we do know that a little bit more of a narrow arm path is going to bias the clavicular fibers, but you don't want to be so narrow that you're in here and then driving like all front delt. Because if you're like super neutral grip, it's going to be all front delt when you're in an overhead position. So yeah, now you got low incline Smith, and this is going to be more for like lower / mid pec. Sorry, Coach. Nick. There's a slight overshot. So fucking skinny.
Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Feels so good being bad. There's no way I'm turning
reason I'm doing single arm is because, first of all, you get more range in the short position with your single arm, and that's kind of the whole point of this. I've already done 2 length and position movements for the pec, and the pec doesn't really tolerate a lot of volume very well, so extra work is going to be done in the shortened position. I'm also doing this because I'm very tricep dominant when I press, so I'm trying to take my triceps out of things by doing a fly. The real reason I'm doing a single arm is because my shoulders fucking suck in terms of stability. So if I do things bilaterally, I'm always fucking around with my shoulders halfway through the set because I'm trying to get them to feel equal. So if I do things unilaterally, that gives me a unilateral movement that I can use to bring up one side versus the other, and my right pec is smaller than my left. So doing unilateral movement will help me address that, but it will also allow me to focus more on one side while I'm doing it, which means that I will feel more secure in my shoulder. So even if I did have like completely stable shoulders that felt good, I might still do single arm just because you get more range of motion. Okay, so this movement I probably wouldn't do, at least that with that technique, if I was doing it for like hypertrophy, but for me, I don't have good extension in my left shoulder, and this is just probably the most effective way to like really force my shoulder into some new range of motion. If I was gonna do it as hypertrophy, I would do it like mostly tricep, so I wouldn't go so far back here, I would just let my elbows come up. So just to clarify, the super fucking duper range of motion that you saw me doing is not for growth, it's literally just because I'm trying to improve my extension of my left shoulder, because that's part of the problem with my left shoulder. I guess I'm a 550 guy now. Honestly, I wanted another pair of like neutral shoes. I didn't have 550s yet, and they're pretty cheap, so I was like, fuck it.
Instagram also dresses Evan.
Yeah, true.
So whatever's popular on
Whatever's
Instagram.
popular on IG, I just get, because I don't know how to dress myself. Whew, those are tight. I gotta start getting 12 and a half. I got big fucking feet, dog.
Evan got clawed hoppers.
Oops. Yeah, so not a bad workout, honestly. Got significantly improved in terms of strength on every movement, but that's to be expected because I'm just coming back. I gotta say too, as far as the energy drinks go, like I feel like I'm not crashing at all. I didn't feel super jazzed up from the energy drink necessarily. It was just like smooth. Gotta say, like as far as my rating for the energy drinks goes in terms of effectiveness, 8.5 out of 10. So, you guys want to know how to structure a push day. Well, I, being the mastermind behind programming, a little bit, will give you the very basics, very, very simply. I'm going to go through 5 principles, I think. Yes, 5 principles. Principle number, Josh is looking at me like, bro, 5? This is the fucking like 4th time we filmed this, because I just talked too much the last couple times, and the last couple times I only had 3. But I'm gonna go through this quickly. Principle number 1, we use good exercises. So obviously good exercises, good is very contextual, but if you guys follow me on Instagram or have watched any of my other YouTube videos, you know that which exercises I'm generally a fan of for each muscle group, you know what I mean? So good movements, that's rule number 1. That is for you guys to figure out, for you, because you can go to my Instagram, lots of other good creators out there who are making evidence-based, content, which exercises are good for hypertrophy and not, etc. Rule number 2, the sequencing of your day should reflect your priorities. So we all know, or if you don't, you do now, due to CNS fatigue building up throughout the session, movements later in the session are going to be less effective because you're not able to recruit as many motor units because your CNS is tired, right? So basically, if I've done 10 working sets, then my central motor command is not going to be able to recruit as many motor units in my biceps by the time I get to biceps. So the earlier exercises in the session are going to be more potent. They're going to be more effective at stimulating growth. Biggest priorities come first. Rule number 3, or principle number 3, is stability versus instability. So if you're going to do an unstable movement, generally speaking, it's probably better to do that movement at the beginning of the workout when you're fresh and you don't have any fatigue, CNS fatigue, because that way you're going to execute the movement better. You're not going to be all over the place because you're tired. You're going to be like, for example, with dumbbells, you're going to be, more refined. And so that's going to make the movement more effective. The 4th principle is lengthen and shorten position movements. Now, this is not quite so black and white. For example, with the chest, a pec fly like I did today is going to be a shortened position movement. Shortened position movements create less fatigue, and they're generally more isolating movements, right? You generally want to start with, in the context of a push day anyway, you generally want to start with lengthened position movements. Now that's because if I do a short position movement first, like a chest fly, and then I go to a press, the nervous system is going to preferentially recruit the triceps and the delts over my chest because my chest is tired and the nervous system's always trying to be as efficient as possible, right? So I don't want to start a chest day with pec flies, even though that would be like, oh, you're pre-fatigued to pecs. Pre-fatigue is not a good thing because that makes the rest of the movements you do for a certain muscle group not as effective. So I would start a push day with a press, like I did today. I mean, aside from the calves and the Y raise, I started with presses and then I went to the fly, right? So that's lengthened to then go to shortened. Then the last one, number 5, is just volume. So it depends. Volume is going to depend on the muscle groups you're training because certain muscle groups recover faster or better than others. For example, the quads and the hamstrings tend to be able to recover faster or better, tolerate more volume than something like the chest. The chest doesn't tolerate volume very well. What I'm saying is don't just add more volume if you're like have a problem area. Track your volume, just start at a baseline, be like, okay, I'm doing 3 sets of chest flies right now and I'm not progressing, but my chest is always sore. Probably drop volume down a little bit. If it's the other way around, you're doing like 1 set, which is obviously on the lower end, and you're like, yeah, my chest is never sore, it's also not progressing, then add a set. But only like 1 set at a time. You don't want to make huge jumps in volume because then you might miss the mark, right? So those are the 5 principles. I hope that kind of helped a little bit just in terms of clearing up what you kind of want to focus on when you're programming your own push day. Or any workout in general, but this was obviously in the context of push day. Or you could just join my training groups and I could do it for you, but shameless plug. Anyway, guys, that's the video for today. I think the next couple of videos are going to be interesting. We got something very exciting coming up on the docket here pretty soon. I have yet to do a day of eating video. I think my last video I mentioned I was going to do a day of eating video soon, so that will be coming up for sure, just because my diet's quite different now. But yeah, I appreciate you guys tuning in for this most recent push day. And I seem to be getting back to it. So let's hope that we're so fucking back soon. Right now I'm just like, we're back, but we're being conservative. But let's hopefully get to a point where we're so fucking back. And I will see you guys in the next one.